Top 5 songs of 2014. Okay, so from Indian Lakes, mentioned in my top albums, they have this song called Am I Alive, and it's really cool, mostly because of their music video. They shot the whole thing underwater, and it's really, really cool. You can hit me up on my Facebook or whatever. I'll send you the link to it. It's great.
Is it alright when the closet door's the only source of light?
4 is Modest Mouse, Lampshades on Fire. It came out recently. It's very new, but I love it, and they haven't done anything since 2009. I really like the style. It's very energetic and fun and very Modest Mousey. To me, I love it. So if you haven't heard it on Live 105, you will hear it soon.
With the lampshades on fire, let the lights go out, the room lit up and we ran about.
Number 3 is All J, of course, one of my favorite songs in the album, Gospel of John Hurt. Very, very well put together song, really, really good, really impressive. They played it at Not So Silent Night this year. I was going crazy. It was a blast. So that's definitely one of my favorite songs this year.
Time seeking somewhere.
Number 2 is Glass Animals with Gooey. We've been playing a lot on Live 105. It's really cool, very wintry sounding. I really, really enjoy it, and they're a new band, and they just have a really, really good sound, so that's number 2 on my list. Number 1 is Future Islands with Seasons. I love everything about that song. It's perfect, honestly. I love Samuel Herring, who's the lead singer, and mostly because of his performances live, that makes me love that song even more. So number 1, Seasons.
Seasons change, and I tried hard just to soften you.
Seasons?
Yes.
Seasons? Okay.
Me and Samuel T. Herring from Future Islands, we have a personal connection. I saw him at First City Fest. I saw him at Not So Silent Night, gave him a little picture that I signed for him.
That you took at First City Fest.
That I took at First City Fest. And honestly, Seasons is an amazing song. And when he performs that live, he gets down, he's like, Seasons change, and then he does the whole like heart beating thing like that. It's just awesome. I love that.
You know who does it way better? Future Islands does.
I do.
Future Islands does it way better than that. Top 5 songs of 2014. Number 5 is The War on Drugs with Red Eyes. Now, that album has been getting a lot of publicity right now as being the number 1 album of the year. I found a lot of it to just kind of drag on in certain spots. Like, Under the Pressure would have been my number 5 song if there wasn't like a 4-minute outro. I feel like Red Eyes is just the perfect representation of what The War on Drugs is all about. Very nice, smooth guitar, soothing vocals, just a fantastic song to really set the mood of just how great an album it is, even if I didn't particularly enjoy it as much as everybody else did. Number 4, Jack White, Lazaretto. It is just the perfect example of him mixing in so many styles, blending them together instead of separating them out like he did last time around, into one cohesive idea that is just chock full of Americana sounds, all into one song with a hard raging guitar, Americana violins, and just a sweet blues breakdown in certain bits. It's just a fantastic piece of everything that is American music. Number 3 is D'Angelo with The Charade. Black Messiah dropped less than a week ago at this point, completely unannounced. I'm so happy that we waited this long so I could discover this album. It's not in my top 5 albums simply because I don't feel I've had enough time to enjoy it, just to take everything in, but I know for a fact that at least The Charade is by far the best song on the album. It is D'Angelo at his best since his track Untitled, which I think every girl knows is amazing and heartfelt. Number 2 is Future Islands with Seasons. I feel like I almost don't have to say anything because of how much Danica raves about them, but nonetheless, it's still a perfect song with great synth in it. You get great vocals, It has a kick-ass chorus. I don't know, I almost feel like I don't have to say anything because of just how much credit we give it for it.
As it rains, the summer will wait, but the winter will wash what is left.
Number 1 is Flying Lotus with Never Catch Me featuring Kendrick Lamar. Another rap song, so it's a little out of format for me, but it's a perfect blend of what I was talking about with that perfect mix of rap with just that jazz influence, a little bit of psychedelic in it as well. Flying Lotus was raised by jazz musicians, and it really shows in this song in particular. You get an amazing jazzy score under a very trippy beat underneath it, under his beat machines, and you get Kendrick Lamar telling the story of just how he's never to be bummed in death. It is just quintessential listening for this year.
Okay, so Fly Low, your top. You're really into it. That's cool. Get into it too. I think that's all we need to know why that's his #1 song.
I think we can say that accurately described my feelings on Fly Low.
Definitely.
It is. Good.
So stay tuned tomorrow. We're gonna give you another top five video. It's gonna be our last one. It's gonna be good.